Roses now lay on a throne at Glamour Beauty Supply in honor of the young Oakland rapper DaGod, or Tan, whose real name is Aliana Green, killed after a meet and greet during the grand opening of Glamour Beauty Supply. The owner tells NBC Bay Area he invited local vendors, artists, and a chef to the opening in hopes of creating a safe family community building event. Green was shot and died a short time later at the hospital. According to the owner, the event ended more than an hour before the shooting. Green was also an entrepreneur and recently opened up an Airbnb in Florida. Holloway explains she was only in town visiting.
Because we got to debunk a lot of stuff that's going on town business. I know y'all heard about DaGod. I done seen a lot of these creators out here making a lot of videos, getting hundreds of thousands of views on the wrong narrative, on the wrong information. But today, the Heartbreak Avenger and your boy Black, and with our special guest, Bucktown, we gonna set y'all straight. We ain't got 100,000 subscribers and nothing like that, but we deserve it after this one. I'm gonna tell you, don't hit the subscribe yet. Just hit the like button. Just hit the like button so everybody can see this. So everybody can know the truth, what goes down in the town. Talk about it.
What's up with gang, man? You know, we here to set the record straight. Breaking news, man. It's breaking news.
We about to set the algorithm straight.
It's going up for sure. Up gang, man.
Up gang.
Up gang for sure, man.
I know y'all heard about DaGod, and y'all saw the intro with the news saying that 6 guys pulled up and deleted her. 6 men with masks approached her. Many online people suspect that it has to do with her song talking about her ex, the ex wood pack. I know y'all heard about it. She was smoking on her ex wood pack. So a lot of people think that this is retaliation to that. And I'm gonna break the story down how it's presented. Then we gonna go in and show the inaccuracies. Then we gonna give the accuracies. And then we need to share this video so we can get the truth out, because this ain't right, gang. This ain't right. Like I said, I want to say rest in peace.
DaGod.
Yeah. DaGod. Yes. So she had a song out called the Ex Wood Pack. And so essentially she was talking about how she's smoking on her dead ex. And she did an interview, and this was her very first interview speaking on it. Check it out.
Yeah, this new tape that's about to drop called Ex Wood Pack, smoking on my motherfucking ex. That, bro, I'm choking right now with this Nicola.
So that is like the craziest shit I've ever heard, because it sounds like you're not just making it up for no reason. It sounds like everything you make has relatability to your life or some relevance. Are we supposed to talk about this? Is this like something, like a conversation we're supposed to be having? Okay, what the hell happened? Like, what is that? Like, why? I'm pretty sure that means, if I break it down, that you smoked your ex, which means that he doesn't exist right now.
Long as a bitch got legs, I stand on everything I said. I be smoking on my ex, that relationship is dead. I don't never feel the shade, but I see bitches got a shed. I ain't worried about my ex. I put that pussy on his head. That's the thing. that's the thing. Like, dead ass nigga, like, you're dead. Like, dead. That shit dead as fuck. Dead.
Are we talking about like literally, or are we talking figuratively? I don't know what the hell's going on right now.
Lord did tell me not to talk about it.
Okay, you shouldn't talk about things like that on a podcast.
But fuck them.
You did. So that she comes out with a narrative explaining her situation. So the story goes, she got into a DV situation and she had to delete her ex. And during the interview, they were asking her, kind of what happened. And so she generally gave a narrative of what happened. And this is what she said.
You gotta take about it. It just is what it is. Like, if somebody make an attempt on your life, or even make any weird ass type of threatening weirdo, like, you make like even the type of weird ass little comments that people be like, nigga, I smoke your stupid ass. What you mean you would smoke me? Like, nigga, why is you playing like that, nigga?
Essentially, she goes on a media run and she talks about how this happened, what went on with the situation, and how she came about coming up with X-Pack. Well, the X-Wood Pack. So essentially, she goes on a media run, posting a narrative of her smoking on her ex-boyfriend as a wood pack. She was just sitting back waiting to see if she was going to be convicted or what the outcome was going to be.
September 23rd. September
23rd. Remember that day. Remember that date. And then she was straight out asked about it. And this was the response.
The thing that I do have to ask is, like, how are you not afraid of, like, police or did they, like, side with you on it? Or, like, how did you evade, like, any type of, like, consequence, basically?
Well, we gonna find that out on September 23rd.
Okay. So you have to go to court and everything and handle all that, basically.
Bro, I was just in the courtroom. Like, they cloned Tyrone.
Wait, that Netflix movie with Jamie Foxx? Oh, I didn't watch it
They
yet.
clone him.
Don't ruin the movie.
The dude that got smoked wasn't even him, bruh. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, you made a
bro.
mistake in the person that you...
No, I'm trying to tell you. He came back.
Okay, this is the most confusing thing that has ever happened in the history of this podcast. I'll give you that one for sure.
Exactly.
That's my word, so it's stamped.
Certified.
Pay attention to that last thing she said about cloning Tyrone. We're gonna double back on that later. During this media run, she went on other podcasts. She went on another podcast. This time, she doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on it. And let me show y'all what she did.
Yeah, I'm feeling great. Like, just had a court date and whatnot. Like, shit was kind of cool. They said I beat the case.
Oh, for real?
Walked in with a briefcase. It was a briefcase. You feel me? Like,
I know a lot of people heard about this already. She's still with the narrative that she's smoking on her ex wood pack. And as you can see, she showed up with a tombstone marked RIP to her ex. I have to admit, I ain't never seen this level of trolling in my life, y'all.
It's not since Chicago.
You know, that's kind of where that came from, right? The wood pack, smoking on the wood pack and all that.
She took Chicago and put it on steroids, gang. She did some enhancements with that one, cuz.
just to be extra fucking child, making families mad. And oh well, because they ain't gonna do shit about it.
Smoking on that Axwood pack.
Oh yeah, you know it. Matter of fact, I got to smoke on this dead motherfucker as we speak. Hold up.
Less than a year later, she got gunned down in Oakland at a beauty supply store, grand opening. What they said was her grand opening, and the internet went crazy trying to play Law and Order and piece things together like it was the first 48.
Their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
Here's the flip. There are several content creators, mostly not from Oakland, reported DaGod was opening a beauty supply store. Said her name was Lalik or Q. Also, what was said was they told a story how she got.
Nah, they said her name was Laquana.
Laquana
They
and
all said her name was Laquana.
Westbrook.
I'm sorry. Lalik Westbrook. I'm sorry. Lalik,
yeah.
Laquana, Q. I've heard it all those three different ways. And they told the story how she shot and killed her ex. How she got kidnapped and had to pee in a bowl. About her court process.
Yeah, that was the family. Shout out to the family channel, man, on YouTube, man.
And then how the streets said that she got her karma, like it was poetic justice.
Yeah.
Somehow the ex's family got they lick back, and she was the target of the shooting this past weekend. Another thing was posting pictures of a man and naming him, saying it was her ex. All those things is inaccurate.
Falsified.
Let's start with her name.
Yeah.
Roses now lay on a throne at Glamour Beauty Supply in honor of the young Oakland rapper DaGod, or Tan, whose real name is Aliana Green.
It was supposed to be a celebration. Glamour Beauty Supply on Telegraph in Oakland was hosting a grand opening on Saturday. The historic beauty shop closed back in May but was under new ownership. Friends identified the woman killed as Aliana Green, known as Oakland rapper DaGod. The new owner of the shop, who declined an interview, says he invited the well-known Oakland rapper to the event because she was a supporter of black-owned businesses.
More fabricated details.
Her name was Aliana. They were calling her Lalik or Q or what was the other one you said?
Westbrook.
Well, the last name was Westbrook or some other stuff like that. But
Laquanda, something. Laquan.
Yeah,
She had so many AKAs and aliases.
Her name, I'm just saying Lolly Westbrook.
Q Westbrook, aka DaGod.
The weapon was in equal distance between Miss Westbrook and her boyfriend.
And as you can see, Westbrook was not her name.
Now let's clarify where they got that from. E.B.H. Let's educate them.
And then she was not the owner of the beauty supply store, because as we just saw, the owner came out and made a statement.
Exactly.
What she was doing was performing there, and it was a meet and greet of sorts, but she wasn't opening her own beauty supply store.
So y'all can get that out y'all minds too.
They obviously have the wrong person. Here's some of the narratives that came out. Just a couple, and I was working on this. I worked on this for like 15 hours yesterday, y'all. And I promise you that when I woke up this morning ready to do this video, it was more with the same story.
A lot.
But here's just a couple.
She was hosting a meet and greet, opened up a beauty supply store, and that when somebody walked up and hit her with the strap multiple times.
When the moment you slip up and post your location and think you're doing something positive, that revenge might happen that day. Like the story we got today, broad daylight. During the moment a girl was opening a beauty store in her own neighborhood. And this is years later. As we mentioned, revenge don't got no date on it. This aspiring female artist from Oakland, California, Q Westbrook, aka DaGod. She's 27 years old, with ties to an alleged Oakland-based group called E.B.H. Everybody Killers. But over 8 years ago, when she was just 18 years old, on March 26, 2016, DaGod had shot and killed her allegedly abusive boyfriend, Lamar Moore. Her ex-boyfriend had assaulted and threatened her numerous times, and Westbrook was held hostage in the vehicle where the two were arguing and forced to urinate in a bowl. And on August 4th, 2023, DaGod, then 22, pled no contest to assault with a firearm in May and was formally sentenced to time in jail she already had served, according to court records. In exchange for her no contest plea, the district attorney's office had dismissed the murder charges against Westbrook, who had been in custody since March 26, 2019, the day she was allegedly responsible for Tawan Moore, as we mentioned, 24th.
Now, I ended up doing a little research and I started trying to figure out who this guy is, and it seems like she was in an abusive relationship with a guy that goes by the name of Tawan Moore. Now, come to find out, this was no random act. When I did research, like, this was an actual real situation. Now, the article read, an 18-year-old Antioch woman has been charged with M for allegedly fatally shooting her boyfriend during an argument in East Oakland last week. I don't know how to say her name. I'm just saying Lolly Westbrook was charged and arraigned on Friday in connection with the famed shooter of Lamar Moore.
Her attorney described Westbrook's boyfriend as a serial abuser who began dating her when she was 17 after picking her up from a shelter for abuse victims. Her attorney said she was assaulted numerous times and held hostage in a vehicle where the two argued and was forced to urinate in a bowl. She was told if she was to leave, her family and herself would be killed. The weapon was in equal distance between Miss Westbrook and her boyfriend. She feared for her life, and in that moment, she decided not to die. The argument was over cookies. He was shot in the back, then shot the second time as he was trying to flee. If she would have took this case to trial, she would have been found guilty because he was not a threat at the time of the shooting. And evidence proved he was trying to run as he was being shot. So she took the deal and pled no contest for a light charge, which was assault with a firearm instead of murder, and received time served after about 2-3 years in jail. She was put in witness protection because the gang her boyfriend was affiliated with wanted revenge, but she left witness protection and pursued her rap career.
Oh my God.
They obviously have the wrong person. Everything you just heard was inaccurate.
And they all got that from the family channel. He was the first one to put out that court case narrative. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if, you know, I don't know the family channel, but it just seemed like he put dubs on it to make the story sound a little more juicy. And now I see why people be doing that. You know what I'm saying, to run their views up, but it also puts out rumors. You know what I'm saying? That's a big old rumor, gang. You know what I'm saying? None of that happened.
Yeah, and the family is hurting over it. This mistake, this twisting of stories. I mean, both families, the family of the ex, the girl that just got out of jail. Matter of fact, PB, you said show them where the information, how they got to where they got the information. Here we go. Let's give these content creators a little grace. And let me tell y'all what really happened. There is a woman in the Bay named Lalique Westbrook, but she was murdered. Content creators took her court case and they panned it on DaGod. So essentially, they saw her story, thought it was like hers, and used her story to put on Tan. And one person reported and they all jumped on it without doing the research. I mean, there were glaring differences between their stories too, like their age. The woman was 18 at the time of the shooting, and Tan, she passed at 27. This happened in 2019, so that was like 5 years ago. That would have put her at 22, not 18. And as you can see, they already released the girl last year, Miss Westbrook. The dates didn't match up with the September 23rd court date that Tan said. Last year, the 23rd was on a Saturday. We didn't do no homework on this, y'all. The dates of the events didn't line up.
Teach, gang, teach.
Yeah. So Miss Westbrook, she got out last year. They were saying that it was 10 because she said September 23rd. Remember that date. September 23rd is the date that she was going to drop her music. This was all nothing more than marketing.
Exactly.
People are asking, you know, was that her ex and all that? It wasn't. And the guy that people are saying is her ex is obviously not.
Let's look at the real story of the guy. What was his name? Whatever his name was when they showed his picture up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the fake narrative was pushing the fact that, well, we ain't gonna call it the fake narrative because they all got it from DaGod, rest in peace. She is the one that quote unquote said she caught the body. She was smoking on the X-Pac, right? And the picture on the album cover of the X-Pac mixtape was a real picture of her and her boyfriend. That body didn't even match up. The skin tone didn't even match up to the real picture of the guy that was killed by Miss Westbrook. You feel me?
Right.
So this was all a ploy. This was all a plot. This was all a twist. This was all sprucing up. You know what I'm saying? Injecting steroids on the story to create content, a buzz. She wanted to be Queen Vine. Let's just keep it real. And she was a sweet girl, just like Amanda told me. You know what I'm saying? Because I went with that fake narrative and I posted it on my thing, but I didn't go with the fake narrative as much as saying, oh, what they said was true about her. I just said she shouldn't have did the little fake. She shouldn't have did the little pat thing. I didn't know it was fake at the time, but I was figuring like, hey man, you shouldn't do that because the energy you put out is the energy you will receive. Right. The universe is 360. You feel me? It's not 180. She was an innocent girl. She was just trying to sell some records, bro.
I mean, the thing that you missing there though is that her goal with that was to bring awareness to domestic violence. Like that was her whole goal. It was to bring awareness to the fact that domestic violence is so bad in our communities. Like that was her plan. She created that, she marketed that song, she did it fully like that just to bring awareness to that issue.
So the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, is that she didn't kill nobody. That Westbrook did. That's the story is true about a woman killing a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the cookies and all that stuff, but you know, that story is real. But it does not apply to DaGod. She took that story and applied it to her music career. That's all. So
right. That's what it looked like. So when we was talking about the clip when she was saying they cloned Tyrone, and then she was like, it's not him.
Inconsistency.
She was hinting right there that she might have cloned the story.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Cloned the story and made it hers.
That's why dude was confused. He was very confused.
Yeah, he was very, very confused. And the funny thing about it is she never mentioned that she shot somebody. If we ever listen, I'm about to play the clip. She implied it to market her music. There was never a deleted X. There was no DV. A whole story was made up just for marketing. Whether you agree with it or not, there was no retaliation. She was not the target.
I shot nobody. I ain't never said that. I'm just smoking on my ex. Like y'all be smoking on y'all ops. And y'all ain't kill them. Fuck.
Right there.
Right there.
Right there. She never said she killed anybody. She just said, I ain't killed nobody. I'm just smoking on my ex. You know what I'm saying?
What we come to understand is that she wasn't targeted. Because a lot of people thought this was a retaliation thing, so somebody pulled up. A lot of people are saying even that they approached her, which just doesn't make sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense if she really didn't have no ops. For real, in real life, she didn't have no ops. Not on the level that everybody is talking about. And
exactly.
it came out.
Now she was well loved out here.
We all four of us is from the Bay Area, bro. Okay, if she had been this killer rapper, you, Amanda, Corinne, and I would have heard about this girl on the streets, though. Not social media, not nowhere else. We would have heard about this killer, op catching, ex-boyfriend, pack catcher. We would have heard about her, bro. Just like we heard about SIBO back in the day. Just like we heard about X-Rated catching his case. Mac Dre. We all heard that on the streets, my nigga. But all of a sudden, we just like slapped in the face about this Queen Vaughn that we never heard about. And we keep our cheeks to the streets. You feel me? She was not the target. You know what I'm saying? So people can stop saying that these people, her ex-pack, whatever, people want their lick back. There was no get back. There was no lick back. This was just an unfortunate circumstance. You feel me?
Her family did make statements online and through social media that she had nothing to do with the dude's death.
On the caption here where it says Oakland rapper DaGod reportedly murdered during meet and greet grand opening of her new beauty supply store. And then at the bottom it says her name has not yet been released pending notification of her family. They tell about the shooting. The woman was shot after getting into a dispute with another person. And yada yada, and this was the response.
There it is, right in your face. None of that get back. Now they smoking on her pack. You notice ain't nobody got on the YouTube or IG talking about we smoking on DaGod. Ain't nobody did that because ain't no reason to do that.
Right.
She had invisible ops. Okay.
Invisible ops.
She had invisible ops, gang.
It was all entertainment.
And that's why I said God is like a little kid with an ant farm, because I don't know what twisted rule he feel like she broke spiritually, maybe about playing with that her little propaganda or her little move, you feel me? The move she was trying to bust. She was busting her move, bro. And I just feel like it, you know, like I said,
you probably shouldn't be playing with death like that. You shouldn't.
Yeah, but look, like I'm not gonna say that like that, because if I was with her, if I was on her team, I probably would have went with it, bro. You know, I'm just gonna be honest. I probably would have went with it. Let's push that. You didn't smoke the nigga. Hell yeah, I would have gave her more ideas. You know, my little creative ass mind, I would have gave her more ideas and made it worse. You heard me? So
yeah, but it was people that was trying to tell her like that's not a good idea, and she was like, yeah, it is. That's what bring, you
attention.
know, that's
Pop.
what bring the crowd. That's what bring people to your stuff. You gotta create.
Yeah, I feel it. I could dig
it.
No, it was people that was trying to stop her from doing
Her
it. But she
has
was like,
songs about shooting people and stuff. It's a good marketing thing, and I was saying, like, from a creative point of view, and you know, my daughter has rap songs where she's talking hella shit, you know, talking about doing this and doing that, but you know, not naming no names, because it's just being her being creative and creating, you know, entertainment. She's an entertainer. So
the sister of Taiwan Moore came out with a message, a very important message as well, to also debunk what's going on in the story.
The X-Pac sister?
The
X-Pac sister of the one who they saying she
the X-Pac.
Yep.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Share this live. Hit the like button on this live. And you know the truth don't travel as fast as a lie. So we know all them hundreds of thousands of views that these content creators out there making, they're not going to take their videos down and make money off of it. So what we need to do is we need to change the narrative to the true narrative. Because if something was to happen to you like that, you would want somebody to do you right as well.
Rest in peace to Miss Green. Beautiful soul, beautiful spirit. So stop saying she caught a pack. She caught a pack.
The truth is out now. So whether you agree with how she chose to market for Clout, the way she was appearing to mock the dead, just like Fulio, she was a young up and coming rapper, entrepreneur, and was loved by many and didn't deserve to die like this in this fashion. We need to stop killing each other. We need to stop calling each other a pack. Life is short and it's not a game. Life and death is in the power of the tongue.